welcome back, everybody. We're still fucking going.
We are. Late night podcasting.
Absolutely. Just fucking whatever. I think we're going to, as we said, we're going to start off with another list. I think we like lists here. The best Halloween mask from best to worst. Worst to best. Whatever. And then we're going to start shooting back over into the wrestling world. But there, we got some lists too. So
now, you know what? Let's start off from... Let's go best to worst. Well, not even really best to worst, but just... Yeah, fuck it. We'll call it best to worst. Whatever.
Okay.
If we're going to start out, I got to go with 78. The best.
And we're starting at best, right?
For me.
Yes, I agree.
78.
78's the best.
It's going to go in order a little bit for me, with the second one being Halloween 2. I like that mask a lot. I like the look of it, which basically was the same mask. It just had sat under a bed for years.
Right.
So, of course, it got fucked up and crusty looking and everything else.
So, okay, I got to differ on this one.
Okay,
so, for me, my
good.
second favorite mask is 6.
That's a good one.
I love that.
I have that one, too. That's a good one. I do. I like that one a lot. I do. All right. So, we got, obviously, 78. We got 2, and then we got 6. See, 3 for me, man, it gets tough. It gets tough. I probably would have to go with, you know what? I got to go with 2018. I really, really like that mask. And honestly, that's one of the best fitting masks I think that they've ever made. Like, because I have the first one from 78. I had the original one from years and years ago.
Okay.
Sadly, it pretty much looks like what it would look like 40-some years later now, sadly. We didn't preserve things like we do now. We didn't appreciate them
as
much as we did, you know? So, it doesn't look as good. But the 2018 mask just fits so fucking good. I think it's a great looking mask. Mm-hmm. So for me, it would be 78, Halloween 2, and then 2018 so far.
Okay, so for me, it was 78, then it was 6, and I have to agree, number 3 would be 18 for me, 2018. So then I guess I will go with my number 4.
Yeah, what do you got?
So my number 4... Damn, that's tough, because I really don't like too many of the masks after that, to be honest.
It gets tough, man. It really does. It gets very tough.
I did not like the movie, but I will go for my number 4 will be the mask that Doogie, whatever the fuck his name was.
Dag Ferret.
Yeah.
Young Michael from Rob Zombie's version. Yeah.
Yes, I liked the mask before it got all petrified and putrefied. So I liked how it looked in the beginning. So that will be my number 4.
For me, my number 4, I got to go with 6, like you said, man. I really like the look of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that one, but I don't know. There was something about that mask. I own that one. I have 78. I have Halloween 2, which is signed. And I have Halloween 6.
Nice.
I have a couple of variations of shit versions, too, that I use for skits and stuff. But I would like to get 4, and I would like to get Resurrection, because I like the Resurrection mask, too.
Okay.
Although that's going to come up in this list anyway. So, you're number 5, sir.
Okay, so my number 5, I'll throw in 2. That's my number 5 is 2.
All right, I don't know, man. And the one, because I have the one with the blood tears, and I love that.
Yeah,
I love that, and it's signed by Dave Warlock, which is cool as fuck to me.
That is awesome.
So for mine, I'm number 5 now too, right?
Yes.
I'm losing track too. Probably gonna have to go, and I know it's an unpopular decision, but that's okay. Number 4. I like number 4.
No, it's.
I know everybody says the eyebrows are terrible and it just looks like a very, very plain version. But again, think about this. 78 happened, and then Halloween 2 happened. So we continue that same story.
Right.
Okay, but then you're talking 10 years later.
Right.
And Michael Myers now is a well-known serial killer and all that. So they're going to make masks based on this person. So it's not going to be screen accurate like it was in the movie, right? It's going to be a little bit different. 78, 88, we're talking 10 years apart, right?
But what throws me off is, why the fuck would you do that? You had your town was fucking victimized by this man.
Right.
But let's sell the fucking...
It is true, but then it's the same way as saying, all right, well, look, they made a John Wayne Gacy mask. He was a real-life killer.
Good point. That's true.
In whatever town he's from, they're probably running around talking about, I'm a crazy killer clown. They don't fucking care, So but you're right, though. Why the fuck would you sell a Michael Myers mask in Haddonfield? Like the town that should have banned Halloween. And it did eventually.
Right.
But god damn it, dude. Maybe they just figured, you know what? He was gone. It's been 10 years. Dude's disappeared.
Right.
Let's make a mask of him because it's going to be a hot seller. Well, guess who came to buy it? Actually, guess who came to steal it?
You motherfucker stole it.
Michael Myers did when he came back. But yeah, I got to go with 4. I don't know. I like it.
Okay. So then, this would be my number 6, I believe. I'm gonna go with. I haven't said 4 yet. So for my number 6, I'll go 4.
Okay. So this would be my number 6.
Your number 6.
Okay. God, I'm losing track.
I know, right?
You know what? I got to throw a wrench in the fun here. The clown mask from Halloween.
Oh, I didn't know we were going that.
I have to. Not Rob Zombie's version, which is I do have that tattooed on me.
You do.
It's on the wrong arm.
Right here.
It's this one. I do have the clown. You won't see it from that far away, but I do have the clown mask tattooed on me because I do like it. I'm not going to throw that one in this mix. I am going to say the clown mask that 6-year-old Michael Myers wore. To me, that was a staple, and I think a little nod on the fact that the original Michael Myers mask was supposed to be a clown mask.
Yeah.
Which was actually fucking creepy looking.
Yeah.
And I'll throw a picture of that up here, too.
The hobo, because it had, like, the beard and the... Yeah.
I don't think it would have been the same as seeing the white, pale Captain Kirk mask, but it was kind of creepy. But that clown mask, to me, was cool as fuck. So if I go number 6, got to go with the original clown mask.
Okay, so number 7 for me, I'm going to go, since we can do that, I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go clown mask, and I'm going to go bandage face.
Ooh, okay, so you're talking, 4. Yeah. You know what? That was creepy too, though, man.
It was.
When he put his thumb through the fucking paramedic's forehead, no.
You know how fucking strong you gotta be to put your thumb...
And then you just said it too, because in the first reaction everybody said was, that's not believable. You could put your thumb on his forehead. It's a movie, dude. You suspend belief when it comes to movies.
Right.
It's okay to put your thumb through someone's forehead. I'm not saying you should do it, but it's okay to do that in a movie. Just push it right the fuck through. It's okay to do that, dude. It's fine. It's a movie. That's the point of movie magic.
Right.
So yeah, you can be that fucking strong. Number 7 for me. Oh, man. And it's getting tough. As much as the movie's a hit or miss for me, it took me 3 times to watch it, didn't even kind of like it, would have to be probably Rob Zombie's Halloween. Because it was cool. I mean, I give it credit. The first one.
Yeah.
The first one was cool. Because you had that, it did have the wear and tear of so many years of being, suppressed underneath the fucking floorboards and stuff. And it was cool looking. And it worked. Yeah. It had that, kind of had the original look to it a little bit. Not per se, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But that would be my next pick.
Okay. So this would be my number 8. Some people might say this is a cop-out, but honestly, I'm just going to lump the rest of them together because I don't fucking like...
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
For me, for 8 is going to be... It would be Resurrection, it would be H2O, and it would be that fucking god-awful Rob Zombie 2 fucking pieced together shot. Yeah, it's not even a mask really anymore.
Michael Myers went from being a notorious serial killer to a fucking street bum. It was like, wait, what? He had the big ass beard sticking out of half his mask. You could see half of his fucking entire face.
When did Hobo Joe move to Haddonfield?
Well, apparently he did come Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Just saying.
By way of the fucking Big Rock Candy Mountain?
Oh, yeah, boy. I remember the music. I can hear it in my fucking head now. You know what that music reminds me of? Like the fucking train going around the table and nothing but trouble. Shooting fucking pickles at that
Motherfucker.
I can't help it, man. I can't help it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna cop out and go with you before I do that, but I will say I'm gonna go Resurrection first.
Okay.
And then from there I gotta go with the rest, man, because 5 for me was tough because that neck.
Oh yeah, I forgot about how
the neck on the Halloween 5 mask was all the way down to his fucking nipples. Like it was one of those masks that you put on, but it's got the chest with it too. It was so fucking long. Oh
god, it was bad.
H2O, I didn't hate the mask, but the fact that you could see his eyes way too much.
Yeah.
That blew it for me.
Yeah.
Like you literally could see through that motherfucker's soul. Like, oh my god, I can see all your fucking eyes. And then again, like you said, the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 mask. Again, it was Hobo Joe. It was terrible. I wanted to give Michael $1 and hope that he would go buy a sandwich and not a fucking vial of crack. Because I felt bad for him. Not as much as I'd be like, oh my, you're going to murder me. I didn't even care. He was like a fucking, I want to buy him a fucking sandwich and call it a day. Like, he wasn't scary, dude. At all, man.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm sorry. And you know what? I think maybe... and it could change, and it could jump up there in the rankings when Kills comes out. Because I like the burn look with the cut in the side from being shot in the face, too. I think that's super cool. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they pull that off.
Absolutely.
Like, I think that's a mask that I probably will eventually end up buying too.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be a cool look. And I can't wait for the fucking figure to come out too. I won't buy the figure until I see the picture of it though.
Yeah.
I will not put the pre-order until I see the figure.
Absolutely.
I can't do it. Got to see the picture first.
Absolutely. So let's jump back into the wrestling a little bit with you.
All right.
So when did was the Club Extreme thing, your stable, your group, your tag team, was that something that came right out of the gate once you finished training, or were you just how did the bouncer gimmick and everything come together?
I got to give credit to Ron for that one. We were out one day and he was talking about a place hiring for bouncers.
Okay.
Let me backtrack for a second. Preston wanted to make me a Cuban. A Cuban wearing full...
I thought you said Cupid as in Kid Cupid.
No. Oh, God, no. There's only one of a kind, and that is the Kid Cupid. I could never top that, let me tell you. Nobody can. He wanted to make me a Cuban. So we're talking full-fledged army gear with the hat and a big-ass cigar. And I was like, I don't feel that.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, man, you'd be main eventing shows with me and working for the title and everything. And as a young kid, you're like... oh, cool, main events and title shots. And I was like, no, because it's not me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't portray that character. I couldn't do it. He says, all right, we'll come up with something. I said, all right. So me and Ron were out one day, and he said, yeah, man, this place is hiring for bouncers. And I don't know, something about it just clicked. Mm-hmm. I said, bouncer. Cool, I'm going to go with that. That's going to be my fucking name. Yeah. Years later, me and Ron were going to a show, and Ron was going to be working at Battle Royal with me that night. And he was like, dude, I got to come up with a fucking gimmick. So we're riding, and he's smoking in the back seat, and all his ashes kept fucking coming in and hit me in the fucking, like, shirt and shit. And I was like, dude, you need to call yourself fucking Ash, because you keep fucking ashing on me. And it just happened. We were Bouncer and Ash. And we went to this place in 99, like, towards the end of 99, and they started, it was odd. It was like May of 99. They didn't start back up again until 2000. We took Kurt with us, and that was in May of 2000, May 27th of 2000. So me and Kurt have been tag team for 21 years.
Okay, so Ash came before Kurt then.
Yes, it was Bouncer and Ash. It was Bouncer, Ash, and Fury. They brought us with a random girl named Paris, the Cajun Goddess. Sweet girl, but we didn't want her as part of our group. We really just wanted to run as the three of us, and they were going to put a manager with you guys, and this and that, right? And okay. Not much you can say at that point. You just kind of go with the flow. Yeah. We did bring in managers differently throughout time. We were with Temptress and Mega, and then we brought in Tough Tina. But we were. It wasn't like we were dicks, but everybody wanted to kind of. And I'm not saying we were like this hot thing running, because we weren't. But people wanted to be a part of the group, and we were just like, no, we don't want this. This isn't something we wanted.
Right. You're not the NWO.
We were friends too, so you took three friends, and it worked well because we knew each other, and then it just kind of progressed from there. And it's just like originally it was Ron and Kurt that teamed up on a few shows, but it just didn't work together as far as them as being a team. Yeah. And I told the guy, let me and Kurt run as a team. Well, put you guys against each other first. Total opposite of what the fuck we said. We still went out there and had a good match, and the promoter was pissed because we were heels and he was a face, and the crowd cheered more for us as heels than they did for him as a face. Oh, he was so fucking pissed, dude. So, it is what it is. Me and Kurt finally teamed up, and it just flowed well, man. We just mixed well as a tag team. Yeah. And it's cool, again, because we're not just two random dudes thrown together as a team. We're actually friends inside, outside. We know each other, so we work well together. Okay. As opposed to just, hey, A and B, you team up, and you guys are working so-and-so, and it's like, what? So, and sometimes it works when you take two singles guys and they work out together. But when you take two people that know each other, it works so much well. Absolutely. It's so much better than just random guys.
So, I want to go ahead and kind of jump into, you worked for the late, great fucking JT.
I did. Yes, sir.
JT Lightning. Yes, sir. And that was CAPW?
Yes, sir.
Cleveland Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
And you said that when you first started, Preston brought in a lot of the old school talent and whatnot, and a lot of the names and this and that. And JT was kind of known for that too. He had a lot of names come through there before they were names.
Yeah. Dude, just in the time that JT had ran stuff, he had, at the time, when Edge was Sexton Hardcastle. And that was his old gimmick on the indies. Yeah. And that was somebody that JT brought in on a regular basis. Yeah. Christian Cage was another person that he brought in on a regular basis.
Wow, I did not know that. I know you said Beth Phoenix was there.
Yes. When Beth Phoenix was there before she had went to WWE. Mickey James was there before she went to WWE. And Cesaro was there before he went to WWE. These guys all had their farewell matches in CAPW before they went to WWE.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and Cesaro ended up coming back because something happened with his work visa, and he ended up coming back. Wow. And then he went back to finally went to WWE. But yeah, man, JT brought in a lot of guys.
So was that your first TV exposure?
Yeah.
Wrestling on TV?
Yeah, JT was like, and I think we did other stuff that was supposed to be on TV. Like, there's always those promoters who say, we got big TV down here and such, and you get there and there were 6 fans in the crowd, and you're like, oh, fuck, we brought all 6 people, so how the fuck? Cool, that's cool. Have fun with your TV show.
Right.
He also asked us to pay for the doctor of that show, too, and we all sat there like, what? And then came back 5 minutes later and goes, well, fuck you guys, I paid for him. Go have a fucking show. Nice promoter, by the way. Anyway, but no, JT, yeah, man, he came to us that one day, and I remember he had the whole, locker room sitting out there, and he said, we're going to start filming for TV.
That's awesome.
Next show, and I was like, say what? And I was just happy to be there. Like, fuck, man, I'd been in the business at the time. You're looking at about 10 years. Yeah. So from 96 to 2006. And he was like, we're going to start doing TV for Sports Tub Ohio and stuff. And I'm like, wait, what? It was crazy, man.
Absolutely.
Like, to turn on the TV and see yourself on there was like, whoa. Did I probably deserve it at the time? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like, probably not, dude. But I was thankful for it. Like, honestly, the JT gave me that opportunity. And I got to work with fun people. I worked with Chris Pavone, who had just got fired from WWE at the time. And I knew Chris because he had hung out with my cousin Felix. Okay. So JT goes, I'm going to put you in with Chris. I said, that's cool, So we're talking and stuff. And I walk up to him. I say, hey, dude, I said, you probably don't remember me at all. I said, we just hang out with my cousin Felix. And he did one of those where the person has no clue who the fuck you are, but he goes, oh, yeah, I remember you, dude. I was like, you don't, but that's cool. So we worked that night, and he slapped me in the face. Oh. And if you don't know something about me, I don't like being slapped in the face. If we call it beforehand, I'm 100% cool with it. I'm going to knock your fucking jaw off when I hit you back, because that's just how I roll, because I don't like being slapped in the face. But if you don't call it with me, I have a problem with you. And do slap me in the fucking face. I hit him so fucking hard. They said on commentary I knocked his face about three rows deep. And I thought we had a good match. And afterwards he kind of came at me and was like, oh, well, you could have sold this like this and like this and like that. And I'm like, damn, bro, I've been working longer than you. But that's cool. Thanks for the advice, though. Right. Like, I mean, I took it, but I was like, I've been running longer than you, bro. I mean, that's great that you got, you came from WWE, but you also got fired because you had an attitude problem. So, just saying. I don't mean to be the asshole, but I'm just saying.
Sometimes you got to be, bud.
Just throwing it out there.
Sometimes you got to be.
Listen, there's only very few times when I've had to throw down the vet card. Yeah. We were in Erie one time, and they, for some reason, asked me to work under a hood. I don't know why. I mean, I'm like, I'm here. Right. Why can't I just work as me? Right. Well, we want you to work under this hood. We're going to call you Black Magnum. So I was a colored condom. Okay? Full-fledged black mask, entire black covering up all of the tattoos, everything. I wasn't happy about it.
At least you were a Magnum.
But I did it, right? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's good, So I go in and I do it, and we're working this dude who's doing like a surfer gimmick, and his partner was a younger kid. My partner was a.k.a. Andre Cannon Alexander. I think you probably have heard of him.
I have, yes.
So he actually ran the music for the show, too, at this point. So he was out setting up that. Okay. So surfer dude is talking to his partner, and I'm over here getting dressed in my condom outfit, and I'm sitting there, and I hear this dude start to call the entire fucking match. He goes, yeah, man, we'll get in there, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do that, and this, and then I'll tag that guy. And I was like, that's one. I'm going to let you have it, dude.
It's kind of rude.
So I'm still steadily doing my thing, and he finally says, yeah, man, and then we'll blah, 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 this and that, and then I'll tag that guy again. And I was like, yeah, that's two. So now I'm starting to get pissed, and I'm like, all right. So I hear him say it again. I said, time out, dude. I said, who are you, and how long you been in the business? I've been around about 4 years. I said, all right, let me hold up. I got something for you. Wait a minute. I said, let me slap down this vet card right quick. I said, I hate to be that fucking guy, dude, but who in the fuck are you to call a fucking match, number one, without everybody involved? Mm-hmm. And number two, I have a fucking name, dude. Yeah. That motherfucker stepped back, he did this, we called the fucking match. I said, and that's how you call a tag match, not how you just fucking did it. I had to do it one time for a movie, too. Yeah. And it wasn't really a vet card, it was more of a respect card. Mm-hmm. Because here me and Kurt, we walk in, and now I'm friends with the guy now, so I'm not knocking him. But originally we met him, and he just immediately like, oh, hey, man, I've been in like 40 movies, blah, 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 I'm so-and-so, nice to meet you. And I'm like, how you doing? I'm John, this is Kurt. That's it. That's all we gave you. We were cutting our lines, we were doing our thing. And not cutting those kind of lines, I'm not saying like that. lines in a movie. Thank you very much. I don't want to fucking confuse anything here. Because he was just like, what the fuck kind of lines are you cutting? Not those kind, but I do have a story about that too. Not real, but still funny. But anyway, we're cutting our lines and stuff, and I always doubt myself when it comes to stuff like that. So I figured I was going to go in here and fuck this up and everything else. But me and Kurt were on point, man. And the guy was messing up a few of his lines. I'm not knocking him. It happens. Fuck, I've done it too. And, you know, so we get on the set and stuff. And, well, he kind of, before that, he kind of like threw something out at me. And I was like, all right, I'm going to give him that one. It happened again. And I said, there's two. And it happened again. We were finally on set. And I said, that's three. And I said, time out, man. I said, real quick, I just want to tell you that I'm John and this is Kurt. And I said, combined, if you want to combine us as far as years doing entertainment or anything else, we've been together damn near over close to 40 years, dude. And I said, we've also done several films since 2006. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And he was like, I apologize, man. And he's been cool as fuck with us ever since. Like, don't treat us like we're these young dudes that just came in. If you want to give me advice, I will 100% listen to you all day. Because I don't profess to be the best actor, just like I don't profess to be the best worker. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, don't come at me with a fucking attitude. Talk to me like a normal fucking person, and I will respond 100 times better. Do I want you to tell me if I'm doing something right? Yeah. I don't want to have to ask you. Normally I will. Like, hey, was that cool? Did you like it? If not, let's do it again. Or do you want to get an extra one just in case? But don't come at me with attitude, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need your whole resume. I didn't give it to you when I met you. Nobody wants your resume. If I walked up to you and said, hey, I'm John, and gave you every fucking list of movies I've done, you'd be like, okay, cool. You wouldn't give a shit.
Right.
Unless you asked me or you were... Then I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
I've had people ask me, hey, man, how many movies have you been in? And I don't like answering the question. I don't like answering the question because I feel like I'm bragging.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
And I can vouch for you 100%. You're not that type of person.
No, I don't like that, dude. Like, I don't like to sit there. How many wrestling matches have you had? I'm actually proud to say that at some point. But there's times when I'm very laid back and I don't want to tell people that. Because I don't want to come off like this bragging asshole, you know?
And that's why at the same time, like, I want to make this interview, you know, about you, because in a way it is, but at the same time, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, because honestly, dude, like, you know, stepping away from this whole host, whatever the hell you want to call it thing, you're probably one of my, well, there's no probably, you're one of my best friends. You're someone I look up to so much, and I can sit here and brag on you all day, but I just know you're not that kind of guy.
He gives me way too much credit.
Because you fucking deserve it.
Way too much credit.
But, okay, so we've got you in CAPW.
Yes.
You're working on TV.
Yes.
You're working with some names. You got names coming in. You're
the first main event of Cleveland All Pro TV for the tapings was Samoa Joe and Rhino.
Nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. You guys ought to know those names out there.
I would hope so, yes.
You'd think. So, also in that time, you know, you're working for companies you're working in West Virginia, you're working in Ohio, PA, BEW, Black Diamond Wrestling, you work for RAW.
It was RAW at first, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it was Tuesday Night Raw instead of Monday Night Raw.
So that's let's see here.
How we doing on time?
We got about 3 minutes, so let's touch on the opening of Raw, because actually it's funny because that story transitions into how you become a promoter of your own.
Yeah.
So we were together that first day you were at RAW.
We were at JT's big show at the Nautica Pavilion.
Yeah.
Out in Cleveland. Yep. And I think it was Blaze came to us and he said, hey man, there's these shows every Tuesday out at the Shamrock out in Barberton. You guys should come check it out. And it was me, you, and Steve, and who else went with us that night? It wasn't Kurt.
Billy. Wasn't it Billy?
Bill Rose? Was it Bill Rose? Or no, it wasn't Bill Rose yet. I don't think.
No,
I know it was me, you, and Steve for sure, but I don't think Kurt came until later on because of his work schedule.
Maybe not. Fuck.
Was it Bill? I think we did it because we ended up doing a tag match.
Yeah, it was Bill Hyatt, wasn't it?
Okay.
Because we did that show where them fucking dudes got beat up by the shoot crew.
That's right.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So we go down that first Tuesday, and we go in, we do our thing. We thought we did well. I thought we did well. And the promoter at the time was by the name of, his real name was Bernie. He went by Frank Annalini. And he came up to me afterwards and he shook my hand. He said, hey man, he said, we'll watch the tape and let you know. Notice I said tape because I guess still in those days we were watching video fucking cassettes, I guess. I don't know. And I looked over at Blaze and I was like, you better get your boy, dude. Like, he just said he'll watch the tape and let us know. And like, I wasn't being cocky. I'd been in the business damn near 11 years at the time. And I'm like, I think I got more seniority than all the guys here.
Absolutely.
So Randy went over and said something to him. He was like, hey man, like, he's been around a while, dude. Like, and Frankie came over. He was like, man, my apologies. You guys can come back any Tuesday. And we literally went every fucking Tuesday after that. For what? I think Man, well, we're not going into my time, but I'm thinking, 4 or 5 years of every Tuesday?
Yep.
With the exception of I would take a break in December for a couple of weeks because I just was burnt out by that time.
Yes, sir.
And then it turned into a funny story. One night we did a Halloween show. We did Halloween shows there. We just decided to just say screw all the storyline of wrestling and just basically have fun, man, and just dress up like your favorite wrestlers and go out and have matches and the crowd ate it up. And Frankie came to me the one night and he said, hey, man, he goes, listen, he goes, I'm getting back with my ex-wife. I'm starting this new job and I want to ride off into the sunset. And I'm like, why are you telling me this, though? And he's like, because I want to pass this off to you in the near future because I just don't care about it and you do. And I was helping him with booking prior to this. It was a very hard process, though. And I kind of helped with booking right when we came in the door. Not ever for myself, though. I just want to throw that out there. It was for the rest of the roster and storylines for everybody else, not for me. Just wanted to make that very clear. And I said, okay. And he said, the very near future. And I'm like, all right. So we shook hands and we went about our way. We came back and we had a show, and he goes, at the end of the night, he shook my hand and goes, it's yours, see you later. And he left. I said, what the fuck happened to the near future? It was a week later. So here I am now in charge of this place. I start the following week, and then the first thing I did was went in there and told everybody that here's how it's going to be.
Right.
Just because we're cool outside of this, don't think that I'm going to push you and give you this huge favoritism because you were my friend or what have you or whatever. And everyone's face dropped. And I said, that's not how I'm going to do things. If you don't like what you're being put in as far as a storyline, if you don't like doing this or you don't like doing that, there's 2 doors out of here.
Yeah.
One right there and one in the front. And everybody's whole demeanor changed. And I didn't do that to be an asshole, because if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, oh, geez, what a dick, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like that, dude. Frankie is a nice fucking guy, but he was a pushover when it came to people complaining. So if Tony went to him and said, hey, man, I don't want to work this guy, he would change it for you like that. I didn't do that. If I put you in with somebody, you're working that person. If you don't like that person, you better squash your fucking beef before you go out there.
Right.
Just how it was, dude. And things worked so much better. And then a few months later, things kind of happened with me in my life, and things were kind of flipped upside down. And at the same time, as much as I didn't want to be there, it also helped me at the same aspect. Like, it helped me get through what I was going through in life and stuff. So here I am now, fucking it'll be 11 years in September, and I'm still running this place. And the one thing that I tried to keep, that he asked me, was to always please make it a place where people had a chance, whereas some promotions won't give you a chance. Yeah. He says, I want you to leave it a place where people have a chance to come and work. Somebody, basically like the Isle of the Misfit Toys, you'd be considered that type of person in the wrestling business, and you wouldn't get booked elsewhere or whatever. He wanted me to leave it open for people like that to get a chance.
And that's...
I've always kept it that way.
You have, and that's one of the things that, I mean, I've seen so many people shit on the guys that are at APW, and just, they don't belong in there and this and that. And I mean, I've
been told that I don't belong in the business. Oh. Dude, here's the thing. We talked about this before, and I know some of it got cut because of some issues and stuff. But look, dude, I've been told several times that our promotion and myself, we are those small fish in the big pond. I'm okay with that, though. Like, I've been on the indies for almost 25 years. I've never once had a dark match or a spot with WWE. I've never had any kind of opportunity with AEW or any other big promotion, but I'm not sitting here pouting about it or crying about it, because I'm literally happy with everything that I've done and achieved. It may not be much to anybody else, but to me it means a lot,
And you got to think about the people, and, Brandon said this kind of too, it might have been Damon, I don't know, but you got to think about the people that you've touched over the years, because I mean, you really have. If you think about it, man, I know I've seen the kids that look up to you at your shows and everything else, and just so what? You weren't on a WrestleMania. Who cares?
Right. And I'm okay with that. Again, when you first start out and you want to do this and stuff, your ultimate goal is I want to wrestle for WWF,
right?
And I want to be on WrestleMania, like you just said. But then you start to get into this and you realize that I'm not cut out for that type of stuff yet,
right?
And maybe I never will be. But I'm okay with that. You reach a point, dude, you've been around for 10, 15, 20 years and so on and so forth, and you've never reached that goal yet. I'm not saying you can't try. I'm not saying you have to give up. But you reach a point where you realize that you don't need that. Yeah. Just be happy with what the fuck you've done. Instead of sitting there pouting about, well, if I don't make it to WWE within the 5 years I start, then I fucking quit. You might as well quit now. Because you're not, dude, you know how hard it is to make it to that level?
Yeah.
Look at the guys that have. And God bless the dudes that have. Ray Rowe, Johnny Gargano, guys like that. Good fucking workers. They came from Cleveland. EC3, guys like that. I've worked with all those guys, man.
Well, even
all of them.
I mean, my claim to fame is WWE. Well, sadly, right now, former WWE referee Jake Clemens.
Yeah,
started out in RAW.
Yes, he did.
And his very first match that he refereed, I was in.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool. He and Jake, I wish nothing but the best for that kid because he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And
I was
sure
sad to see him get let go. I was.
I think we might actually see him on AEW at some point. I really do.
I like. What? I know he is coming back to Cleveland
tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night. When you see this, it will be since that time, but. He is going back to Cleveland, where he's from.
June 18th, Friday.
Yeah, there you go. When you see this, it might be like August or something, but still. Maybe Jake will be heading back to Cleveland in August, too. Who knows?
Right.
But I wish the kid nothing but the best. Good kid, man. When good things happen for good people, you're happy for them.
Absolutely.
When the person's a dickbag, I won't say the same. We'll just leave it at that. But he's a good kid, and he deserved it.
Now, you might not notice him as a referee in NXT, but if you remember back to when... Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw was doing the Monday Night Messiah.
Yep.
He was the referee that had the shirt ripped off, and he had the Messiah shirt.
Yep.
Good fucking dude. Follow him on his socials. Go find him.
Absolutely. Jake Clemens. Most definitely. But I think we were overtime, right?
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We're going to come back, and since it is almost 3 o'clock, we're going to finish up a few things, and we'll go from there.
All right.
See you in a bit.